subscribing and keep sharing. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you an interesting topic, and it has been a topic that has been a part of a lot of persons to understand how to manage their finance and how to ensure proper saving. And this topic is unnecessary cravings and how it affects our finance. So I have with me here Mr. CONRAD. He's an accountant. Please, I don't introduce to them.
Okay, viewers, nice to have you here. Just like you have said, my name is Mr. CONRAD. I'm an accountant, also an economist, I'm a business manager, an entrepreneur. Generally, anything about your finances or how you manage finance, that's my area of interest.
Yeah, and I'm happy having you in my channel today.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, thank you, sir. So quickly, let's just first to the topic and talk about it. I will start by, what do you understand by unnecessary craving?
Well, this is a complex word. So unnecessary, which means unneedful, something you don't really need. Then cravings are those things you desire.
Okay.
So when you want to interpret this combination, it means you are talking about desires that are not really relevant to you.
Okay.
Probably based on that particular situation or that time of your life or at your financial stage.
Okay.
So those things you desire that may not really be necessary at that time or at that stage or phase of your life. So that's just a literal term we can call unnecessary cravings.
Okay. So how do you, as an expert accountant, what do you think about unnecessary cravings that affect our finance?
Well, it's very easy to understand. Something that you don't need now, if you desire it or you crave for it, then you must create a means, a legitimate means to acquire such things or achieve those desires. But if you don't plan well, you don't prioritize your needs, then definitely you are bound to have financial distress at a certain point. That's why these desires we have can be classified into needs and wants. Needs are really those things you really or that are really important to you at that time. Like you need shelter, you need food, you need clothing, you need healthcare services. Those are needs. But when you now say, "Oh, I want to buy a luxury car," that is a want. Because definitely you can still move about even without that car. When you want to buy designer clothes that are very expensive, that means you can still dress and go out even with lesser clothes, apart from those designer clothes.
Exactly.
So if you now decide to go beyond that means and you don't have the financial capacity to handle it, it becomes unnecessary. But if you are capable financially, nothing stops you from having such needs and going after them, in as far as you have the ability or capacity to acquire those things. But you must still have in mind that no matter the source of funds you have now that might make you very buoyant to achieve or to go for these things, the flow might not be sustained. So there's always this caution for you to have a certain reserve. It might be in form of investment, it might be in form of savings, but there's always this advice that you should have a reserve. So that because the flow might not be steady, things can affect it. Natural causes can come, ecological causes or other things, socio-economic crises like COVID-19. It can stop your source of income, it can pause it, it can reduce your flow. Maybe you might be having it, but not as much as you used to have it. So you must have a safety gap that you have created as a means of investment or saving somewhere, or you diversify your flow. I would suggest this principle of 50-30-20. What does it stand for? Is 50% of your income you target for your needs, which are those things that are very basic to your existence. Then you can leave 30 for those other things you desire that might not be really important to your survival, but there are things that will make life good for you to live. Then while the 20 is the one you keep for savings and investment. So anybody can just adjust it a little, but that's the general rule to financial management.
That's nice. So there's another question. They say, how can one manage finance with the little income they have, because people say it's not easy to save in this economy?
In the real sense, it's not easy to save. But the truth is there must be a constant and a consistent desire to save. Because if you have 10,000 and you can't keep out of it, even when you have 100,000, you might not still be able to keep out of it because there are things to buy. You always have needs to meet, whether personal or for by extension to relatives or friends. So it is a deliberate decision you must take that no matter what I earn or what comes to me, I must be able to keep certain amount. It might not be much, but little drops of water makes the ocean, as they say. So that little thing you are keeping that you feel is insignificant, there is a point it will get to, it will accumulate and become something tangible.
All right, there's another question again. You say, does borrowing money affect our finance? What is your advice?
Borrowing, in the sense of it, might not be bad, but the purpose of borrowing is what counts.
Okay.
Borrowing is good. Businesses, they borrow. You might want to fund a project, you don't have all you require to fund the project. You might have to borrow. In as much as you have weighed all the options, the interest rates and other conditions, and you discover that what you will be getting as returns will be able to cover the interest rates, borrow is good.
Okay.
But you don't borrow to spend on things that will not generate income for you.
Exactly, yeah.
That's not borrowing.
Yeah.
If you are borrowing for investment or borrowing for emergency, something that might be a threat to life. It might not be for business needs, but something that is for life, because you need life to make money.
Exactly.
So if you go ahead to borrow to save life for something related to health, it's understandable. But some people can just borrow to buy things that they crave.
Yeah.
And these are things they can forgo for now and work towards it, maybe draw out a good pattern of savings and be able to buy it in future. Because the danger of borrowing just to spend is that at the time you are repaying, it cuts into your income.
Exactly.
It's like you have enjoyed your future benefits presently.
Yeah.
So by the time you start repaying, what you would have enjoyed at that time is what you're not giving out, and it is also a constraint to your income, which might lead to more borrowings. And at the end, you can lead to bankruptcy.
Wow. All right. What is your advice to single man or lady who is not married but high rate of craving?
High rate of craving is dangerous or counterproductive to anybody, whether married or single. If you are even single, I think you have lesser responsibilities or lesser people to take care of.
Exactly.
So it will give you room to be able to manage your finances better.
Exactly.
Because once you are married, you have so many dependents.
Yeah.
Your spouse is there, children, even extended families are there from your side or from your in-law side.
Yes.
So you will have a wider range of people to take care of. Yeah. But when you are single, at least no matter the type of lifestyle you choose to live, but it still gives you a better opportunity to save and spend wisely. Rather than maybe somebody that's married and you have people that are dependent on you. You might control your expenses, but your child cannot be sick and you say you are saving.
Exactly.
Your wife cannot be sick now and you say you are saving.
Exactly. Yeah.
Your mother cannot be sick now, or your mother-in-law, father-in-law cannot have issues and you say you are saving.
Yeah.
But when you are alone, it cuts down on this number of dependents.
Yeah.
So it gives you a better chance to save your value.
That means if your lifestyle you are living befits your pockets.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you crave for those things, it's advisable think deep and create multiple sources of income.
Okay.
To meet that type of lifestyle you desire.
All right. So, how can an individual manage unnecessary craving and build their finance?
Very simple. Create a budget.
Wow. Good example of a budget.
Personal budget for you. Look at your spending style. As you are spending, take notes. Maybe for a week, depending on your spending rate. It can be for a week, it can be for a month. When you finish, come back and look at the things you spent money on for that week or for that month, depending on how you want it to be. Then you can analyze your spending pattern.
Yeah.
Is it transport? Is it shopping? Is it any other thing? Those are your expenses you run daily.
Yeah.
It can be maybe you impulse buying.
Yeah.
So when you look at your spending pattern, you now know those type of expenditure you make that takes bulk of your income. Then you can begin to look at it and see how you can cut those areas.
Yeah.
Then you can restructure, you can now make a budget which you now work at. So by doing that, you now drop a budget which is functional and practical.
Exactly.
And because if you don't know your spending pattern, you cannot drop a budget, because you might drop a budget that cannot work for you. And you can just go somewhere and download the budget sample. Somebody can tell you, oh, eat with this amount of this percentage of money, transport on this.
Yes.
But your own lifestyle, your own setting might be different from that person's.
Exactly. Yes.
So you should draw a budget that suits your setting. Then set limits to what those areas you know you are overspending. And try to stick to it.
Yeah.
And over time, it might be difficult at the beginning, but over time you discover that you adjust, and you suit and you can fix your lifestyle.
Yeah.
To suit
You know that
budget.
there's some persons who are naturally they have this high libido of craving and they spend a lot. What is your professional advice for people like that?
Yeah, if you want to discipline yourself, you still boil down to discipline.
Okay.
First of all, I would advise try personal discipline
Okay.
by doing personal savings and controlling your own expenditure. But if after a period you discover that you don't have that capacity or that will to discipline yourself, then pay others to help you discipline yourself.
Exactly.
What do I mean by that? You can start doing compulsory savings,
Yes.
like these thrift collectors.
Yes.
So you now make it a mandate to yourself that every day I must save 1,000.
Yeah.
So when the person comes, once you have released that 1,000, it's no longer in your possession.
Yes, exactly.
So even if you have any craving to satisfy at that time, if you don't have any other income with you,
You don't buy
cease.
Yeah.
So that is why you're not paying somebody, despite the fact that that person might take a commission for helping you.
Yeah.
But that's why I say you pay somebody to help discipline you.
Exactly.
Because since you cannot discipline yourself to save on your own, then you can start saving with somebody or any other platform. Even as far as it's legitimate, not the one that will crash overnight. Then it will help you to save and discipline you.
That's nice. Thank you, sir. What about what do you have to say about Japan? The way people are located out of the country. What do you have to say? Do you think it's born towards craving?
Usually they say somebody's in search of greener pastures.
Okay.
It all depends on motive. Motive is the major one. If you want to leave this country, just like we say, Japan in our own palace, want to leave the country for maybe greener pasture, then you must have a proper plan.
Exactly.
How do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Why do you want to go? And when do you want to
These
go?
are good questions.
So these are questions you ask, and you must do your research properly. There's nothing bad in reaching out to those who are already in certain locations that you desire. Ask them in-depth questions about how they got there, how they'll be faring. You might learn from their experiences so that you don't make their mistakes. So it's better, just like this famous quote by a famous scientist. He said, if he could see further than others, it was because he stood on the shoulder of giants.
Wow.
So it's better not to repeat the mistakes of others. Doing proper inquiry. Nothing to hide about it. Reach out to people you know have been there and tested it.
Yes.
Then from their own experience you can learn so that you don't waste much time and resources repeating the same mistakes they made.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier for you to go. There's nothing bad in trying or aspiring to Japan, but it's the motive of Japan. If you are going there to better your life for your family, but just for the sake of going, then you get there, you become stranded, and you not become a burden to other persons that will be around you there. They will not be seeing complaint that when I arrive, nobody helped me. When I arrive, nobody gave me shelter.
Yeah.
All these things are things you would have planned out before arriving at that place. You know that definitely you need accommodation, you will need some level of some funds with you before you sort yourself out. These are plans you would have made if you do proper inquiry. So you will know what to keep. So that once you get there, you don't just become stranded immediately.
Exactly. So thank you for coming to our channel today. So what is your professional advice to followers and subscribers in our channel?
I want to say follow us, share whatever you learn here, share, because as it's beneficial to you, I know it will be beneficial to your friends. So don't just watch the videos, try to like and share.
Yeah.
Then if you have any questions or maybe you differ in your opinion about what we have shared here, feel free, put it in your comments. It will also help us to do better videos for you, and we'll know the areas and the particular subject to treat or discuss about in our future programs or future presentations.
Thank you very much for coming, sir. Guys, this come to our end for video today. This is a series of the part 2 of unnecessary craving. Next week we'll be doing another video on this same topic with another speaker. Stay tuned, keep liking, keep subscribing, and keep sharing. Thank you, guys.